2018, and this is Dick Hayne.
I'm the lucky bride.
And I'm the other lucky bride, Marilyn Hayne Link. And this is us kissing the bride and groom.
And the man on the right is my roommate in college. In the black tux is Bob Wright.
And there's Bev.
Elson. She was my sorority sister.
And there's Bonnie and Dick and Marilyn on the left. And there's
those kids are
Carrie.
He's the son of my second cousin.
Oh, and there's great Grandma Tonkin. And there's Grandpa Tonkin.
Dorothy
and Jack.
Uncle Doc and Aunt Elta.
There's Grandpa Hayne, great Grandpa Hayne coming out.
Ron Joyce in the lower left corner.
Is that Dawn down there with the long braids?
Dawn down in the blue dress. My sister right next to her, sitting up on the windowsill, I think.
And who's this?
That's my Uncle Dean, my mom's brother.
There's Aunt Catherine in the black dress.
And Uncle Mark. And there's Aunt Esther in the front.
Uncle John just went down.
That's my cousin Beverly, just turned left.
Who's this?
Ruth Sears.
Oh, Ruth, and oh my goodness, look at that. Ruth
Arthur Sears behind her.
Who are these?
Nancy? I don't know.
Oh, that's Van Tassels.
Yeah. And Uncle
Tom
and Aunt Ruth.
And Paulette there in the little white.
Oh, Thompsons. Ruth and was that Dave Wright?
Probably.
Where is that?
I can't tell who these are. There was Tommy Tonkin. Look at how little he is.
Oh.
Who are those?
There's
Kermit. I wonder how there's Dad.
Kermit stood up with Dick.
There's the rice coming.
The horrible rice was terrible.
And now they can't do rice anymore. They do birdseed. Who's the back of the head? Do you have any idea?
I think that's Ron Joyce. I'm not sure.
There's Kermit.
And
there's Marilyn. That's me right there.
And
that
Marylyn
big
was
smile.
the flower girl. And he's the son of my second cousin.
Look at the short pants.
Yeah, it's June Amstutz'
Oh, and
son.
he's so proud. Look how proud he is. And this is at the Mears Methodist Church.
And there's Jackie Robinson. She was on the gym team with me. She did parallel bars. She sang at the wedding. And there's Maureen.
There's Maureen.
She was
also. Maureen was later killed in an accident.
When she was in her 30s by a hit-and-run driver out in California.
Look how shy she is. I wonder if that's Dorothy holding her hand. Whoop, what's he going to do?
Grace
Slide
Riley.
down the railing?
She was the organist. She grew up in Mears with me. Grace Riley. She played the organ, yeah.
Now here comes
Joe Pelton. She was my sorority sister from
and then
Mount Pleasant. And Beverly Elson, my sorority sister and roommate.
Big smile.
She's dead now. She has stomach cancer.
And there we are, the whole wedding party.
Yeah.
Bob Wright on the left, Dick, Bonnie, Marilyn, Bev, and Joe.
Bob Wright was my roommate at Purdue. Dick Thompson
and
Kermit. Dick Thompson was a neighbor, real close friend.
I can't think of my little boy's name. June's son.
There's the bride and groom.
Yeah, you wore that veil for your wedding 2 years later. You wore that.
Did I?
Yeah, that cap and veil.
That's the one Chloe wore too, right? In that video.
And here comes the garter.
That was a sorority or
do you
fraternity
know
garter.
Who caught it? Do you know?
I don't know. It was a fraternity garter. The Capadel row on it.
Show it again. Woohoo!
No.
I had a hoop skirt on.
This was out in the backyard of the Corliss family home
that we had just built. This was a year after it had been built.
And who's taking pictures? Do you know? There's Kermit's car.
Oh gosh.
Uncle John in the background.
On the left, Uncle John.
Uncle John is Dick and Marilyn's uncle.
My photographer,
Esther's wife.
Yeah, was Bourbon Johnson, I think, from Whitehall. Yeah.
How old were you, Dad?
22.
Mom?
20.
Look
Happy
how young and
day.
innocent. Well, maybe not innocent.
Happy day.
What kind of flower was that on your lapel, Dad? A blue flower?
Probably a carnation. Who would that be? With her
One
back
of
to
the
you.
neighbors.
Are those
Bobby's
sorority sisters there?
No. They're not sorority sisters.
There's sorority sisters.
Yeah, those are my sorority sisters.
Marilyn, Bev, and Joe.
Uh-huh.
That's our car.
52
No, it isn't
Plymouth.
either.
No, no.
That's your parents' car, I think. That one
A
is.
Chrysler?
I see you in the background, Mom. Are those your sorority sisters? No, that's Marylyn and.
Marilyn and Bev and Joe.
They're all the
Oh.
bridesmaids. There's Maureen.
There's my mother in that black dress.
There
She
she
wanted to
is.
wear a long dress, but Dora wouldn't wear one, so she couldn't.
Oh,
Yeah, we had an outdoor wedding and we're praying for no rain. Rain was predicted.
but it was a nice
Reception,
day.
yeah. August 28th,
There's
1954.
a car all
Marilyn made
decorated.
that sign, just hitched. Now that doesn't show up very well. It says just hitched.
Is that the car that we rode down to Purdue in, Bonnie?
Yeah. 52 Plymouth.
There's
Okay, this is
Dad.
Marilyn's
this
wedding.
Is, this
Marilyn.
is Marilyn's wedding. There's my dad.
He's
That's
48 years old. Bobby's age now.
look how handsome he was.
And he knew it. He knew he was sharp.
He looks proud.
There's
Okay.
Chuck's mother and dad, Bill and Florence, and
I
Bill's
just-
smoking there.
There's
there's
Nanny. That's what
Nancy.
he visited
There's
today.
Jack, Chuck's brother Jack. And here we come out of the wedding.
See, you've got my headpiece on. Just 2 years later.
And we're going
Yeah,
out in
you
my
can
in
throw
my
in a
hoop
race with
skirt
you guys
shows.
too.
You had a shorter skirt. I had a full length, and you had a waltz length.
Right.
See, there's my headpiece.
Yeah.
Look how
I
dark
think
your
that,
hair
I
is,
think that
Marilyn.
Ruth Van Tassel or somebody sewed some pearls on that or something.
Look at that.
And we borrowed Jack's Ford because it was a sharp looking car. Right there. Just hitched.
Who's driving?
Chuck. Oh, Jack. Probably Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, because here we are coming home
That is a great looking car.
to 5858 Duck Lake Road, which is where the reception was. And I took my hat off already, my veil.
Did you make your dress?
No, it was the first dress I tried on.
Oh, and there's the same flower girl 2 years later.
And Dorothy made her dress modeled after mine. See, it has the little pleats at the bottom, just like mine.
Dorothy was good at that.
And this is brother Jack and Chuck's friend Ron Lang and Chuck's cousin Trent. That's Trent. He was the
Ring
the
bearer.
little ring bearer.
And the house was only a couple few years old at this
And
point.
this is the bridegroom Charles
This was
Link
56. The house was built in 52.
Okay.
with Duck Lake in the background. And this is Marylyn Link. First Marylyn Hayne. Was that Corny Turcott? It was, wasn't it? He took the pictures of the wedding. And this is cutting the wedding cake, and by now my hair is back in a ponytail because it was a really hot day.
And you got my headpiece back on.
And there's Mandy, my roommate, in the background.
Oh,
I don't know who the little girl is. Bride and grooms always do that. They feed. Sometimes, see the centerpiece? That's a bride and groom made out of driftwood, and there's driftwood all over the cake. Our theme was driftwood.
Mhm.
My mother wore driftwood earrings, and I wore the same earrings at our 50th wedding anniversary. And these are sorority sisters, Alpha Chi Omega, and they were there, and they sang to us.
Serenaded you.
Yes, they serenaded us.
What did they sing?
I can't remember. I don't even know if I heard them. This one, the one in the black dress right there was our soloist, and she sang the Lord's Prayer and the Wedding Prayer. And here we are opening gifts because I had
is that Nancy?
the idea that the bride and groom should open their gifts and see them before they could leave the ceremony.
Van Tassel?
And Izzy.
There's
And
Aunt
Izzy,
Isabel.
and Esther.
Look at the hat back there. That's Grandpa. And here we are opening the gifts. The rest of the opened gifts are in the basement. And I can't tell who those are. There's Uncle John. There's
Grandpa
my
Tonkin.
dad.
Isn't that Grandpa Tonkin on the left?
Grandpa Tonkin. But look at Grandpa Hayne with that hat on. That's great Grandpa Hayne now.
William Claude.
That's the senator.
Ruth Thompson, the
Ruth
senator.
Thompson.
And there's Marilyn Hamilton. She did my hair that morning.
Ah,
And Marion Lentz, one of my best friends from college. And these are sorority sisters again. And this is Artie Dazelski, and Artie's been married 4 times now. There's
your
mother. She's saying, come here, everybody. Come here. Come here. I want to talk to you.
She would have been 53 then.
To show my bare feet, I took my shoes off.
She was 52 there. 52 years old.
And this looks like, oh, there is still some more. There's Grandpa with his hat on. I don't know who that cute little girl keeps appearing. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is? Is it Gretchen?
There's your dad.
Well, there's Dad surveying the guests. Florence and Bill. I think he had a cigarette.
Everyone's coming out with their over and something.
Is that Aunt Ruth?
I don't think
There's
so. No.
Fred.
Oh, Blanche. Fred Kiger. And here's the bride and groom.
One of the few times the front door got
There's
used.
Jeannie Henderson. She's dead now. And there's Mother and Dad with the bride and the groom.
He was 48. She was 52.
Wow.
And I thought Chuck had some gray in his hair when we got married.
Look how young he looks.
Yeah. There's Dad.
He's just a boy with 2 guys at kids
Father of the
college.
bride, all
exhausted.
tired out, thinking about how much that costs. And there we are, ready to go away, and I wonder why I've got a scarf around my head. There's Dad coming out, last words of advice. Oh no, this is back at the wedding now, back at church.
Somebody else's pictures, probably.
There's Bonnie.
Bonnie.
She looks so beautiful.
There's Dad.
Here comes Maureen. I don't want my picture taken, she said. Who's that? That's Florence, I can tell by her body. And there's Dora. There's Ruth Van Tassel.
That's
Nancy. Jack. Carlene. Oh, my Carlene.
Bryce.
This must be out in front of the church.
This should go first.
In the parking lot, in the side parking lot.
Somebody edited it wrong.
Central Methodist Church.
Muskegon.
And Isabel back there.
And look at all the people parked in the road and everywhere.
Uncle Tom. Aunt Ruth.
It was fun. There goes Florence. Well, there's Henneveld, Adelaide. What's her name? Henneveld. Look at the hat. She looks like there's Carlene.
Carlene was killed 3 months after she was married, right?
And Margaret.
Yep, Margaret.
Is that right?
Yeah.
There's Don Kaler and Joy. Here's the bridegroom and the bride and Carlene and Nancy and Bonnie. And going that way is the bridegroom and his brother Jack and his friend Ron and his other friend Don Dazelski. And I can't see who's on. It must be Dick on the very end. My brother Dick. These are all taken at Duck Lake, and that's taken out by the lift.
I knew it is.
So these are somebody else's pictures that were.
Makes sense. It's someone else's footage.
Yeah.
It would be hard.
I bet that's one of the little Hubbard boys that are standing there.
A driftwood themed cake.
Yeah, driftwood. Yes.
Fireplace mantle was decorated with driftwood too, wasn't it?
Yes, it had a beautiful arrangement with a big piece of driftwood and great big daisy flowers. It was gorgeous. I don't know who that is. Oh, there's two. No, that was one of the grandpas with. I can see better without my glasses. There's the bride and groom, and oh, they're singing a love song to us. I wish I could hear them. Great-Grandpa Link on the right, Grandpa Tonkin, Grandpa Hayne, and on the left, Grandpa Call, Chuck's grandpa. They walked down the aisle together. They were so proud. And that's my friend Marion from Chicago. More gifts.
Did she go to college with you?
Yeah. She was the one that I went down to visit, and way before we were married, of course. Lou Henneveld, that's her name, Lou.
And there's
Oh,
the
there's
toilet.
the toilet.
And that toilet went in the garage after the wedding and had a little place for the
Oh, is that
was
the
it-
same toilet that's in the
It
garage
It used to
now?
be for a long time.
Was
That
it
Uncle
sitting
Harry?
outside?
No, it had a little wall built around it
It was just a privy for the guests so that they had
Out
a
there
place
next
to
the
go.
garage?
for the men.
Yeah, out in the woods.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I took these pictures because I just saw me walk by with a camera.
Well, then
Oh,
how
that
could
would
you
have
have
been
taken the
me.
picture?
Maybe I took the
You
other
did-
one.
Well,
There you
you're
are.
in it. You couldn't have taken it.
Somebody else
Aunt
took these.
Catherine. Here comes Mother. She's looking for somebody. I think these are Link
Mark.
cousins. There's Uncle. There's
John.
who was that, Dick?
Yeah.
There's Thompson.
Yeah, Tommy Thompson. He and Blanche had such a
Hawk.
nice place.
That was Bob
Bob
Hawk.
Hawk. Good for you. Good for you.
Get my computer working.
Yeah, these aren't such good copies, are they?
Is it?
How do we do about